Hello Skywinders, welcome back to another episode of Skywind007. On this episode we're going to be looking at the Groove Onn Groove Onn indoor speaker. So it says it's waterproof up to 3 feet. And we're going to test that and see if it's true, and it can play up to 10 hours of playtime. So that's a big difference between the other one that we already reviewed. And let me go get it. This one right here, which we reviewed already, the Sony XB33, which has a 24-hour battery. So this one only has 10 hours. But hopefully we won't be playing that much music. And let's open it up and see what's inside. And if you've been watching my videos, you've probably already seen my overview of the Onn products. And they're okay, they're not terrible, but they're not Sony's. Of course there's a big difference in price, because I have the receipt right here, and this one cost $35 even, and the tax was $266, so that'll be $37.66. So it's not cheap either. I wouldn't call it cheap, but it's not luxury. And I don't like this color because it's too white. So if you touch it when you're greasy and you're eating pizza, this is gonna get dirty, and since this is cloth, it's gonna stay dirty. You're not gonna clean this, and this is not removable. So let's start charging it. Okay, so you do get the charger cable, but you don't get the actual charger, which is okay because you probably already have quite a few chargers around. And here's the indicator light that it's charging. Let me turn off the light so you can see it better. Okay, so now let's pair it up with the phone. Let's go to settings, which is right here, and now we'll go to connected devices, Bluetooth, right there. And now let's click on pair new device. Pair new device, so it's right here. Now you have to go over here and you have to turn it on.
Power on.
Okay, so now we're on.
Bluetooth pairing.
Okay, so it says it's pairing, so you're gonna look it up. You're gonna look it up over here. On indoor SPK MDAQU. So click on it, and it says, do you want to allow access to contacts? Choose whatever you want to do, and then click pair.
Bluetooth connected.
And there we go. So let's play a test song and see how it is. Okay, so here's our famous song that we don't get a copyright strike for. Okay, so the sound's pretty good. I like the sound. It's not the same as this one. This one will rattle your home because this one's $130, while this one is only $35. So there's a big difference in price, and there's a big difference in performance. And of course, this is a Sony. We know that company does not put out bad products. And this is On, which does not put out bad products, but they are affordable, so you're not gonna get anything luxury from them, but it's good. I think I'm happy with it, so definitely it's something that I can recommend. You have the over here, I've noticed that in recent speakers, modern speakers, there's no way to navigate through the tracks, so you only get volume up and down and then pause and play. If you want to move through the tracks, you actually have to go back to the phone, which I'm kind of disappointed in. Over here we have back here we have a aux in, as you can see right there, which is good to have that, because not everything in this life has a Bluetooth connection, so you're gonna have to use that cable. On the bottom there's nothing other than this thing right here, this rubber pads, and what else? I think that's it. It does have a mic, so you can answer calls if you want to. That's not the way I'm going to use it. I'm not going to use a Bluetooth speaker to answer phone calls. And so overall, I think this is a great device. I'm going to keep testing it for a while, and I'm going to update. And when I update, you can look in the description and there'll be the link for the update there. And then I'll let you know if there's any trouble with it. I do expect at least maybe 8 hours, 5 hours of playtime, because this is only 10 hours. But that's no big deal, because I don't really listen to music for 10 hours at a time. And if I did, I would just plug it in, like I'm doing it right now. You can just plug it in. You don't have to have it on battery. And what else is there to say? Oh, nothing else other than the waterproofing, which we are going to test in a moment. So let's do that. Okay folks, so for this test we're gonna have to fill this thing with water. So let's start. Okay, so our water is done. So let's start doing our test. Here's our device. Let's turn it on.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
Make sure it's closed. And now let's put it in. Floats. I wasn't expecting that. Ooh, it gets all wet. Nice. Okay folks, so we just came out of the shower. I was in there for a long time testing this. While it is waterproof, it gets soaking wet, like as you can see right now. It's still wet. So it's not ideal, I would say, but it is waterproof. Because this is the part right here that has to stay dry, and if we open it up, And sure enough, it's dry inside. It's nice and dry. So I think this is a great device. Do I recommend it? I do recommend it, but I want to tell you one more thing. Let me go get the other speakers. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you these two right here. So if you're wondering which one should you get, I would say both. And the reason is because I've been testing these two for a while, and I noticed one thing about this one in particular. This one in particular, it has a lot of bass. This one not as much, but this one has a lot of bass, and that can be a problem because sometimes you just want to listen to a little bit of music at night and you got other people sleeping, and when you have this guy running, it's gonna rattle everything. All you hear is boom, boom, boom. Even soft music will go boom because it has so much bass. So I find myself turning down the volume to the point where I can't hear anything other than the boom. So this is more like a party, like for like a birthday party or that kind of event speaker. So I would leave it for that. I think you still need it. At least I still need it for recreation and some big events or like a party or during the daytime. But during the nighttime, it's better to have one of these or even one of these little ones. But I'd rather have a stereo speaker like this because this is not stereo. And for that reason, because this will not rattle your home. Your home is not going to be shaking just because you're listening to this. That guy over there is a problem. All that shaking and all that boom. So definitely you need two speakers at least at the minimum. One for nighttime music listening and the other one for daytime and party and events and going to the beach and outdoors. If you're going to be outdoors, this is great. But if you're indoors and you got other people in the house that are asleep, you're going to want something small like this. So like I said, let me put that aside. Like I said, I recommend this 100% for indoor listening to music on a medium level. For parties and big events or outdoors like going to the beach, you're gonna have to upgrade to something like this. This is gonna cost you $130. But for everything else, this $35 speaker does absolutely great. Fantastic. 100% I recommend. So like I said, you can't compare apples to oranges next to the other guys. This might seem like something minute, but it's just great. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and thumbs up.